up as a kid. All a nigga wanna have was a Burberry scarf and $3 in my pocket. Instead I got beat with a switch, but I don't give a fuck, but it's on my body. Scars all up on me, but I run around from.
So when I did my NFC North preview and prediction, and I chose the Green Bay Packers to win the NFC North, again, a lot of people got mad and said that I'm just like the rest of the national media. I'm overrating Green Bay, and Green Bay lost a lot of talent, and I'm just overrating them. And it's mostly Lions fans who say this, because Lions fans have like the thing and the mindset that the media, the national media, is against them and things like that, and nobody is giving them a shot. And here's the thing. If you are a franchise who doesn't really have a lot of success and you don't really win a lot of games, of course, people are going to be hesitant to say that you're going to, win your division. But I'm not a guy who has any kind of bias. I do this unbiased. Like, I don't have no hate towards any team. So, I mean, the fact that people keep saying, like, I just don't like the Lions and I'm just, a Green Bay Packer lover, like, that doesn't make no sense to me. Like, if I feel a team is going to be good, a team is going to be good. I'm going to put some respect on your name, but if I feel like you're not going to be all that great, then you're just simply not going to be all that great. Like, I don't have no kind of vendetta against any team in the NFL. So, I mean, the fact that people always say, like, you're overrating the Packers, you're sleeping on the Lions, like, no, I'm not. Like, if I don't feel the Lions are going to win the division, I just don't feel the Lions are going to win the division. Like, it's no hate. That's just my opinion. And I think the Lions do have a pretty fair chance to win this division. If it was a team that I had to choose to win the NFC North, other than the Green Bay Packers, it would be the Detroit Lions. But all in all, I'm still going with the Green Bay Packers to win the division because I don't trust Matt Patricia as the head coach for the Detroit Lions. Now, when you look at Green Bay hasn't really lost that much. Their biggest loss was losing offensive tackle Brian Bulaga, who signed with the LA Chargers. That was it. Now, he was pretty solid, but he was really inconsistent last year. His play was a little bit up and down, in my opinion. So you lose Brian Bulaga, then you lose Blaine Martinez. A lot of people who just look at who Green Bay lost keep saying that Blaine Martinez is going to be an instrumental loss to that Green Bay Packers defense. No, he's not. Green Bay picked up Christian Kirksey to replace Blaine Martinez. If Christian Kirksey is able to stay healthy and he plays every single game this upcoming season, he's going to be a Pro Bowler. He's going to be an upgrade from Blaine Martinez because, look, Blaine Martinez, if we were still living in the 80s and football was still being played in the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s, Blaine Martinez would be one of the best middle linebackers in the NFL. But as of right now, he's only an average linebacker in the NFL because he's only good against the run. He's not good against the pass. And in this day and age of the NFL, with all these fast tight ends coming into the NFL, you got to have a middle linebacker that's able to cover and pass coverage. Being good against the run doesn't get you diddly squat in this day and age of the NFL. If you're not good against stopping the run and you can't cover, then you're pretty much SOL because you got to be able to do both of those things at a pretty high level. Now, Blaine Martinez, is he elite at stopping the run? Yes, he is. He is a good throwback traditional linebacker, but in this day and age of the NFL, Blaine Martinez going to the New York Giants in free agency isn't going to be that big of a loss for the Green Bay Packers because Christian Kirksey is a better linebacker than Blaine Martinez. Not only is he a really good tackler and really good against the run, but he's also really good in pass coverage. The only thing with Christian Kirksey is that can he stay healthy? If he stays healthy, he's an upgrade from Blaine Martinez. Like a lot of people keep saying, JT, they lost Blaine Martinez. Blaine Martinez is okay, but he can't cover. He can't cover in this day and age in the NFL. Ask a team which one they prefer. Would they prefer a linebacker that can stop the pass and isn't great against the run? Or would they rather prefer a linebacker that's great against the run but can't cover? I think they would rather prefer the linebacker that can stop the pass and isn't good against the run than getting that linebacker that is great against the run but can't cover. Because in this day and age of the NFL, it is a passing league. People say this all the time. And if you want to be able to win, you got to be able to stop the pass. So, I mean, Blaine Martinez isn't that big of a loss as people make it out to be. They pretty much upgraded from Blaine Martinez when you bring in Christian Kirksey. So then you look at a defense that you can make the debate and say that this is the best defense in the division. It's either between the Bears or the Packers. You can make the argument for either one. I'm just going to say that they're tied. It's 1A and 1B. I really like Green Bay's defense, and I really like Chicago's defense. But when you look at Green Bay, you also got to look at what they're able to do in the secondary. Okay, you got Jair Alexander, who Jair Alexander is becoming one of the best young corners in the NFL. He could be a top 10 cornerback or a top 5 cornerback by the end of this upcoming season. That's just how good he is. They're also really good when it comes to, getting after the quarterback. You got the two Smith brothers. They're not biologically brothers, but you might as well call them brothers because they both had the same last name, and they were really good, and they really improved that Green Bay Packers defense because prior to last season, Green Bay's defense wasn't really all that great at getting constant and consistent pressure on the quarterback. So them having a really solid pass rush was a big reason for their defensive improvement and also how good they are in the secondary. Then you got to look at the offense. Now, a lot of people are making a big deal because Green Bay didn't go out and get more weapons for Aaron Rodgers. Like, the Green Bay Packers, you don't have to have a elite group of wide receivers to win a Super Bowl. If the Green Bay Packers can go to the NFC Championship with the group of wide receivers they had last season, I'm pretty sure they can do the same thing again. Like, the Carolina Panthers went to the Super Bowl in 2015 with their best wide receiver being Ted Ginn Jr. You don't got to have an elite group of wide receivers to win a Super Bowl. Out of the last 10 Super Bowl winners of this past decade, I believe only one has had a phenomenal supporting cast of wide receivers, and that was the Kansas City Chiefs. You had Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill, Demarcus Robinson. You had a lot of playmakers in the wide receiver position, but other than the Kansas City Chiefs, a lot of teams that have won Super Bowl in the past haven't really had an elite group of wide receivers. But you do got to have a good offensive line, which I believe Green Bay still has, although they did lose Brian Bulaga. Still believe the offensive line is pretty good, and they run the football really well. Green Bay is a running football team. That is their identity. That is what Matt LaFleur wants to do. He wants to run the football. And for the fact that Green Bay Packers fans keep saying that they don't have no receivers, what about Devontae Adams? Isn't Devontae Adams one of the top 3 or top 5 best wide receivers in the NFL? Didn't he make the Pro Bowl last season? I mean, the fact that Packers fans say they have no wide receivers doesn't make no sense to me because you got Devontae Adams. Now you just need a number 2 wide receiver like an Allen Lazard to step up. But, I mean, you don't got to have an elite group of wide receivers to make it to the playoffs and to win the Super Bowl. So, I think Green Bay Packers fans are just overreacting to the wide receiver position. I think they're going to be just fine. I think they should be able to win this division. And, I mean, the only team that I really think is going to push Green Bay is going to be the Detroit Lions. But, I mean, even then, I have a question mark about them because they have the talent. It's just the matter of the fact that can the coaching staff come together and get this Detroit Lions team playing up to the level that they should play with the talent that they have on their roster. Then you got Minnesota. Minnesota lost a lot. I don't really know how I feel about Minnesota this season. Then you got Chicago Bears. I'm not really all that sold on Chicago. I don't really trust the offensive line. So, I mean, all in all, Green Bay is still my favorite to win this division. Green Bay has a really solid roster on offense, and they're really good running the football. You got A.J. Dillon, you still got Jamal Williams, you got Aaron Jones. So, I mean, look, Green Bay is still going to be the same team they were last season. Smash mouth, run the football, throw the ball for Aaron Rodgers when need be. So I'm not really tripping on the fact that they don't have, the greatest group of wide receivers. A lot of people, a lot of Vikings fans, a lot of Bears fans, a lot of Lions fans keep saying the Packers don't have a lot of weapons to work with on offense. That's why they want to win the division. You don't got to have an elite group of wide receivers to win the division or make it to the Super Bowl or win in the playoffs. You just got to have a good offensive line and a capable quarterback. So the narrative that people say that the Green Bay Packers aren't going to win the division because they don't have enough talent on offense to work with, that's false. You got Aaron Jones, you got Devontae Adams, you got Aaron Rodgers, and you got a pretty solid offensive line. That's all you need. Green Bay is going to win this division. I'm 90% sure that Green Bay will once again win the NFC North. And if there was another team that had to choose to win this division other than Green Bay, it probably would be the Detroit Lions with the talent that they have. So I'm choosing Green Bay to win the division.